partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on second down, Herbert. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They snap it to Herbert. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here we go.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Herbert on 1st down now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous, and this they can clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
I'm wondering.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much room there as he'll get it up only to about the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Herbert rolling to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer, a 24-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Pass midfield, look out. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eli Apple. And some room to maneuver. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he's going to just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Another try for Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. To throw, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Herbert now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime? You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's caught. And with it, we 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Mixon, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. First throw in overtime for Herbert. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.